You know, hospice care, that's all about enhancing the quality of life. And the compassionate team at Emmanuel Hospice has been offering that care to West Michigan families since 2013. They use a holistic, person-centered approach to ensure that the patient's final chapters are filled with dignity, peace, and joy. But, you know, they can't do it alone. Emmanuel Hospice needs your help, and they're relying on the generosity of the community. Here to discuss that, a major need for volunteers. We've got two dedicated members. Holly is the volunteer coordinator. Katie, outreach liaison for Emmanuel Hospice. Oh, did we forget someone? Hi, Lenny. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to leave you out. Lenny's here too. Good morning.
Good morning.
Sorry, I didn't mean to get distracted by the puppy, but he's so handsome.
He is really handsome.
He really is. Talk a little bit of what is the urgency right now? Okay, why do we need volunteers?
Yeah, so we serve Grand Rapids in a 50-mile radius outside of our office, and we are always looking for compassionate people, friendly folks to visit our folks on service at end of life. So pet visitors are a big part of that.
Yeah.
You can also just do one-on-one visits with folks. But the need is great because we're serving folks at end of life. So we're really looking to, create dignity and make someone's days feel fulfilled while they're with us.
Yeah.
So pet visitors are a big part of that, and we would love to offer a pet visit for everybody who is on our service.
Yeah, especially if it's Lenny. Lenny's he's a looker. He's a good boy. Mm-hmm. Let's break down those specific rules. What are you in need of? I heard about Belmont, Greenville, Sparta. These are areas that are all in need, right?
Yeah. So we serve again a 50-mile radius outside of our office in Grand Rapids, and Belmont, Greenville, Sparta, Holland are all the areas. They're called our outer areas, and they are harder to reach. So anybody who lives in those areas, we're looking to recruit to offer our services to them as well, and our pet visitors to them as well.
Well, let's talk a little bit about that. Not specifically the pet one, but just the different roles. I mean, you say someone who's volunteering for you is going to be dealing with end of life. Somebody might have an issue with bereavement. Are there other roles that they can volunteer with as well?
Absolutely. So we do have bereavement support volunteers. People can do one-on-one art facilitation, so kind of pulling that creative side out of people. We have vigil volunteers who actually visit while someone is actively passing and just kind of provide that peaceful presence. You can help at home. You can call our patients and check in. You can, as a veteran, if you are currently in service or have had service, you can also volunteer with us.
I was just about to bring that up because you have a specific veterans to veterans, like the volunteer themselves is a veteran.
Yes, so they either have current or previous military experience, and they visit with our folks who have served in the military. And that's often brings up a lot of things at end of life, so you're processing all of that and that experience. So having someone who can share that with you, who has had also a similar experience, is just a great way to offer companionship.
You know, I'm finding what you're saying intriguing, but I'm afraid Lenny has just been bored to tears.
It's because
Lenny has decided to take a nap down here.
Yeah.
You hardly even see him on Oh, there you are.
Lenny, you want to come up?
Let's talk about what this looks like when it comes to pet visits. I'm assuming people aren't bringing their own pets, or are they?
They are actually. So our volunteers, they start as a patient and family support volunteer with us. They do all the onboarding for hospice, and then simultaneously their dog goes through Alliance of Therapy Dogs with us. And gets trained to visit patients.
Okay, I have to bring you in here. Okay, when obviously you've gone through this. I mean, this is something that you can speak to. What is the process for somebody who has a pet who wants to volunteer? What do they need to do?
It was paperwork.
Okay.
Making sure that your pet is the best good boy or best good girl.
Okay.
And when you work with Alliance of Therapy Dogs, they take you on a few outings to various public spaces just to make sure you as the handler and your pet can handle themselves with good manners.
They're not just going to toss into the deep end and say, here's your first gig, right?
Yeah,
they're going to help you out.
Yeah, and then even when I started volunteering with Emmanuel, Holly didn't say, okay, go meet this person. Holly went with me. We met at our community that we visited, and she walked me through the whole process, and it was awesome.
So that training and all that is just part of the process that you're
Yeah.
going to go through. So that like you're not signing up and saying, okay, tell me where to be with my dog.
No.
You're going to let people go through a process, learn how to do it, make sure the dog is right, and then how much time is it really up to them? How much
It's
time
up
they
to
put
me,
in?
yeah. So I commit to, at this point, 1 hour a week.
Okay.
And that's what I can afford to do
Sure.
with my busy life.
Right.
But end of life care is so important that I'm like, okay, we're going to prioritize at least 1 hour a week of doing visits and just making people's days brighter.
Well, I get the opportunity then to say thank you. So thank you for donating your time and making that decision to pay it forward with what you have and your time and your talent.
My pleasure.
Someone watching this is thinking, how do I volunteer? Maybe I can do this. We've got some information on the screen. What would you say what effect, you see this every day, what effect are these volunteers really having on these people that they're communicating and connecting with?
Yeah, I would say it's one of the most beneficial things you can do with your spare time. I think you actually get more from it, I think, than you give. Often volunteers say to me, and I would agree with that every time I go on a visit with a volunteer and one of our folks on hospice, it's just bringing so much comfort and joy to someone whose days might be filled with a little, anxiety, toward trying to figure out what the next steps are. There's a lot of difficulty in end of life, but when someone comes to visit you and just offers that friendly companionship, and especially a pet visitor to kind of break the day up and give you a sense of joy and friendship, I think it's just so beneficial in a way that people can't quite understand until you're doing it. And when
Or
you're
you've seen it,
there,
right.
and if you've seen it, then wow, I'm connecting with this person on wherever they're at, whatever level they are at with us. And it truly is so beneficial for them. I can't speak highly enough about our volunteers and all the work they do for us. It's amazing.
Thank you. I'm sure that time of life can be lots of different things for lots of different people.
Yeah.
Isolating, scary, exciting, who knows? But to have that friend, to have that person that they can count on, and that could be you too. They need volunteers. 1 hour a week, just like Katie, come on. You can pull that off. 616-719-0919. You don't need a pet to do this, by the way. You can just be a person. EmmanuelHospice.org/volunteer for more. Ladies, thank you for the time this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you.